Hey everyone, it's Persona User Mike. This is my 2018 year-end review. I started in January, and it's been 12 months now, and I've had a lot of fun. I've been experimenting with different ideas, different types of videos, trying to see what people would like, but as well, mostly just trying out things that I always wanted to do. It's something I've wanted to do for a long time, and a friend of mine did tell me on New Year's Eve last year to give it a try, and he said don't do it for anyone else, just do it for yourself. And I've had a lot of fun doing it and doing the different things that I've done. Obviously, I guess the game has been my main theme because I love video game music, and I love how that started was I was driving with friends in the car, or my brother, or sometimes my kids, and I'd play some music and they would have to try and guess what it is. I'd say, hey, what is this from? They'd be like, oh, it's so close. And that became the idea for that series. There's a lot to review for this year. I don't want to go over the gaming news because everyone else has done that, and really what happened with Bethesda and Activision and whatnot, and the PlayStation Mini. All these topics didn't really affect me too much. I mean, the PlayStation Mini, I was eyeballing it for a while, but I'm pretty close to getting my collection done. Now, I'm not like other people that want a whole bunch of games. I don't want a whole bunch of games. I just want to be able to play the games that I grew up with and that I enjoyed, and that's it. I don't care how small it is. I don't care if it's rare or very common, and I don't care what version. I don't care if it's a digital copy. So a lot of my PlayStation 1 games are digital on the PS3. For example, like Spyro 1. I've wanted to play it, and I know the trilogy just came out for PS4, but I just wanted to play the first one. I wanted to play the original copy with all its weird glitches and whatnot. So I bought it on PS1, and it was cheap. As long as I can play it, that's all I care about. I don't need some flashy collection to show off or whatever. So during this year, I had been collecting some games that I had either played before or wanted to play before, older ones, and that's been my basis for gaming this year. So I haven't done a lot of actual gaming myself. I've done a lot of talking about games and trying to get old games back and reflecting on them and listening to music and whatnot. So this is kind of a sporadic video just to talk about 2018 and a little bit about me as well. So being a lover of music, I also have a Persona Music live concert DVD. Now it's a Japanese region, so only a region-free DVD player can play it, or if you change the region on your PS3 or PS4, one of them you can change about 4 times, so I'd have to change it, listen to it and change back, or just look it up on YouTube. But I have the physical copy. That's before all this stuff broke out on YouTube. And I loved it. My kids were young. They didn't even know what Persona was. They heard the music now, even though they're not into Persona. They hear it, and they remember that. They like some of the songs. So that's my story with that. Now, what I've done for a lot of the year is just trying to get physical copies, if possible, of games, if they're not too expensive. So I've got a PlayStation 2, PlayStation 3, and PlayStation 4 all beside each other. So now I can play any PlayStation game on disc. Of course, I'm worried about the PlayStation Network 3 store closing down soon. So anything that I had digitally, I left on my PS3. Whatever's left, I get physical copy, or I get it if there's like a remake or whatever on another system. So I'm all set, just waiting on about 4 PS1 games left, and my collection will be done. Some rare ones include like Pitfall 3D on PS1. I know it's not that great of a game, but for me it holds a lot of history, and I enjoyed playing it. Same thing with Wu-Tang Shaolin Style, which was actually kind of like Super Mario Brothers 2. It was another game that was banned and it was canned, and then Wu-Tang came along and they got the rights for it and just changed the characters. I love the fatality system and I love the fatalities in it, and I've been a big Wu-Tang fan forever. So, and this was special to me back in the day, so I had a copy. I also want to find some rare copies of stuff like Tekken Hybrid on PS3. I got this year. It's got the Blood Vengeance movie, which is actually a very good movie. It's got the demo for Tekken Tag 2, which doesn't make a difference because, you know, I have Tekken Tag 2 already. But it has Tekken Tag Tournament 1 with all the stuff unlocked, and it has the bowling mode, which was my main go-getter for this, because the bowling in this was a lot of fun. Better than the add-on for the Tekken 7. I also got Asher's Wrath, which I did beat before, but there's no digital copy of it, no remakes of it. If you want to play the game, this is the only way to play it, physical copy, right? Of course it was for Xbox as well, but I'm a PS3 gamer, so this is something I want to go play again, and in order to do that I had to buy the physical copy. So that's an example. Anyway, other things I've done this year is a lot of work, and I'm a father, as you heard already. So a lot of my time is spent with the kids, and when I have time, you know, I game. And for me this year, I know the big, you know, everyone knows the big 4 games this year. You have your Smash Ultimate, you have Red Dead 2, you have God of War, and you have Spider-Man. But other than Spider-Man, which I only picked up recently on Boxing Day, the other games that I played this year that I enjoyed, not a lot of people talk about, so I like obscure things, as you know if you've watched my channel before. And the games that I enjoyed this year, I don't have the physical copy of it, but Warriors Orochi 4, which is a sequel to the Warriors Orochi 3, and Warriors Orochi 3 is a Dynasty Warriors spin-off, and I like the Dynasty Warriors games. Of course they're repetitive, of course a lot of the stuff are the same, but I enjoyed, you know, when you're in that mood to just go and, you know, kill 1,000 officers with all kinds of flashy moves, it's a lot of fun to play. Warriors Orochi 3 was probably the best one ever, in my opinion. Everyone has their own likes and dislikes. Part 4 had a lot of stuff stripped down. As you know, games these days, for some reason, they get up to a standard, and then after the standard they start stripping stuff down. So I don't know why that happens. I still enjoyed Part 4. I finished the game already, just working on a platinum slowly. It's great when I'm in the mood for that type of game. Other games this year that I enjoyed, in October, Mega Man 11. I've always been a big Mega Man fan. They are hard, but this one wasn't as hard, and also there was practice mode, well, not practice, beginner mode, and then there was easy mode, and they made it a lot easier with the gear system where you can slow motion things or have a stronger cannon shot. It was colorful. All the enemies, all the bosses had characteristics. It was a lot of fun. And contrary to what people say about the music, there's a couple of tracks in there that are very catchy. I think it was a great success. I played Mighty Number 9. It wasn't as bad as everyone thought, but it wasn't Mega Man 11. Mega Man 11, although it's not made by the creator, it was a fantastic game. It had a great PS4 theme as well if you bought it digitally. That was very interactive, and it had the original theme from Dr. Wily's stage, a lot with a mix of different screens of the bosses. Next, I have Monster Boy and the Cursed Kingdom. This is an incredible game. It's not really a remake, and if you played Monster Boy and the Dragon's Trap, this is way overhauled. I mean, there's no switch to retro version because it's not a remake of an original, but this is an amazing game. The graphics, the quality, I've only dug my teeth into it very briefly, but I'm enjoying every minute of it, and I highly recommend this game if you can get it. And finally, my favorite game this year, because I haven't played God of War, don't hate on me. I haven't played Red Dead Redemption 2 yet. I haven't, I barely played Spider-Man. I just put it in data, installed it. My son's been playing it for a bit, and I want to get into that. But I love fighting games, as you can tell. And my favorite series has been Soul Calibur, and my main character has always been Talum. And she was taken away in 5, and 5 was a horrible game, and they let the series go to rest. Thankfully, the creator begged Namco for another chance, put his job on the line, and it turned out fantastic. Soul Calibur 6 is quite possibly the best Soul Calibur ever made. 4 comes close. I personally like 6 because I like extras in fighting games. I like extra modes you can do, extra things you can do. And the amount of things you can do in this is incredible. It's got 2 different story modes, which was great. Hopefully, you can get it on sale. It was on sale Boxing Day. I highly recommend it if you're a 3D fighter fan, but you probably already know about it by now. So anyway, those are my games for 2018 that I've been playing throughout the year, and catching up on stuff from last year as well. Like I said, more retro stuff. I have a Super Nintendo Classic, which I enjoy playing a lot. And there's some games on there that I never got to play when I was young. I never got to play Mega Man X or Super Castlevania 4 or Super Metroid. And my favorite Zelda game of all time is Link to the Past, so it was a no-brainer for me to get that. So I've been playing that this year as well. So that's what I've been doing this year, and that's my recap on the year. However, I'd like to know from you if you can put in the comments there, what kind of content did you like the most from me about this year? Did you like the movie music mashups? Did you like the guess the game? Do you want another guess the anime? Do you want more talking and reviewing? Let me know in the comments what you think and what you like, and also what games you're playing in 2018. I thank you for sharing your time, and don't forget to like, share, and subscribe, and we'll catch you in 2019. This is it. Talk to you later.